recycling. It's the easiest way for a person to feel good about themselves. After all, it prevents trees from being cut down, it cuts emissions, it lowers pollution, so it must be good for the planet. Or is it? You see, to look at the effects of recycling, we not only have to look at the history of it, but also the toxic history of plastic. Now let's pretend we're at the height of World War I, and you're a wealthy oil tycoon. I'm talking mustache-twirling monopoly man money. And you hear about this brand new wonder material called plastic. It's durable, it's flexible, and it's easily mass-produced. So you decide to work with the plastics industry, and you put it in tanks, and planes, and cars, and containers for food, and everything else. And it makes you so much money that you could buy entire countries. The only problem is that plastic lasts for a really long time. Give or take 500 years. Well, that's not really a problem for you per se, until the 70s with the hippie movement. I mean, who would want to breathe fresh air? You see, in the 70s, people started to realize that this wonder material that could do no wrong, maybe actually could. These businessmen started to catch on and started to realize that if they wanted a job by the next morning, they had to do something. They knew that the only thing more powerful than them were people marching in the streets. So, they came up with recycling. This is the official recycling symbol designed by a college senior named Gary Anderson. It was so widely recognized by everybody in the nation that the plastic companies had an ingenious idea. They paid their way through Congress to implement these. You see, these are resin ID codes meant to show whether or not a product is recyclable. It's eerily similar to the official recycling logo. These corporations just took the lines, made them a bit skinnier, and put a number in the middle. You see, these resin ID codes have 7 symbols, but only 2 of them are actually widely recyclable, while the rest are either toxic, can be hazardous to the workers, can catch fires in our recycling plants, or they're just too expensive to recycle. Simultaneously, corporations backed these pro-recycling ads such as this one.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
This was one of the most popular PSAs, known as the Crying Indian. It cemented the fact that plastic is special, and the consumer should try whatever they can to recycle it. In putting these PSAs out and putting these resin ID codes onto every single plastic product, these corporations successfully convinced consumers that they were saving the environment by recycling. So what can we do to solve this half-a-century-old problem? Well, as an individual, I implore you to do your research about your local recycling programs. See what products are recyclable in your own city and your own state. But as a society, as a country, as a world, we need to realize that these corporations are going to do whatever they can for a profit. Don't let them destroy our planet for a profit. We only have one. Thank you.